What's up, Doc?
A rabbit? A rabbit.
Yes, a rabbit. And just who do you think you are?
Who am I? I'm Sam Von Schmam, the Hessian. That's who I am. And I've got you outnumbered 1-to-1. Surrender or die, rabbit.
Now, just a minute, Von Schmam the Hessian. This happens to be me native soil, and I like it. In fact, I love it. And no Hessian oppression is gonna put me off in it. Now, just try and take it.
Then prepare to defend yourself, rabbit. Charge! I'm a Hessian without no aggression. If you can't beat 'em, join 'em.
Oh, I wish I was in the land of cotton. Old times there are not forgotten. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Oh, I wish I was in Dixie, away, away in Dixieland. I'll take my stand to live and die Dixie, for Dixieland, it's where I was born. Early, Lord, one frosty morn. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Holy glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching So hush, little baby, don't you cry. You know your daddy's bound to die. But all my trials, Lord, soon be over.
In the year of 1680, Count Hiram Michael von Frundsberg, along with his men, were in the Black Forest in Bavaria, Germany, hunting wild boar, as they did each year on February 14th. During the hunt, Hiram's men stumbled onto a young boy about the age of 3 that was dressed in fine clothing of velvet and lace. The men searched the woods but didn't find any trace of anyone who the boy might belong to. But looking how the boy was dressed, Hiram knew who the boy might be. He was the son of a Spanish count named Pedro Ferret, who Louis XIV ordered to be murdered in order to steal his land and his castles because the king wanted it. In order to protect the boy from the king, he was taken and hidden in hopes someday he could reclaim the land that was stolen from him, from the king. Hiram and his wife Margaret were childless at the time for 25 years. So Hiram took the boy home and adopted him. Hiram named the boy Valentine for finding him on the day and gave him the birthday February 14th of the day that he was found. Hiram and Margaret raised Valentine as their own child, teaching him skills to survive when he became a man. Valentine was given a beautiful home and land as he grew up at Count Hiram's estate. Valentine was loved and happy. 5 years later, after Valentine's adoption, a miracle happened, and Margaret became pregnant after being barren for 25 years. Margaret was still young enough for childbearing, since her and Hiram were married at a very young age. As the years passed, Valentine and his sister Barbara were extremely close, and the two of them fell in love. To carry on Hiram's family legacy, he granted Valentine and Barbara consent to marry. Before the two could marry, Hiram had to submit proof to the court that there was no blood that passed between them. When the court was satisfied, Valentine and Barbara were married in the year of 1710. Valentine and Barbara remained to live on Hiram von Frundsberg's estate. During the course of their marriage, Barbara gave birth to 4 sons. 2 sons died at an early age, and another son named Peter was born, but he was a cripple, and he lost his life at the age of 12 years old. Valentine and Barbara's only surviving child was Conrad Waltman. Approximately in the year 1715, but according to research and genealogists, there's speculation on when he was actually born. Conrad grew up on the Frundsberg estate and was very loved and spoiled child. Conrad was handsome, tall, smart, clever, and cunning. Conrad met a commoner named Mary Catherine Byerly. Valentine refused to accept her and forbid Conrad to give consent for marriage. But Conrad didn't listen to his father's plea. In Germany, it was illegal for a noble to marry a commoner. So Conrad and Mary Catherine fled to Rottenburg, Holland, and got married in the year 1738. The news broke Valentine's heart, and he pleaded for Conrad to leave Holland and return to Germany. But Conrad didn't go. Mary Catherine was with child. During that same year of 1738, Conrad decided to take his new wife on the ship the Davy, and they set sail to America, July of 1738. The sea was wretched, and nearly everyone perished. They had gotten some type of sickness, disease, and even the captain of the ship was killed or died from whatever illness that they had. And there was a carpenter on the ship that took over command of the ship to sail it safely to America. The ship arrived to the port in Philadelphia, October 25th of 1738. There Conrad registered in the new land. On December 25th, 1738, Mary Catherine gave birth to twin daughters named Catherine and Margaret. The family moved from Philadelphia and went north to settle in Allentown, Pennsylvania. There Conrad and Mary Catherine started fresh and started their family. Conrad became a wealthy man and enjoyed life's pleasures and fine items and a nice home. During his years, Conrad was a farmer and a gambler, and he actually gambled all the family fortune away, even the fortune that came from Germany when Valentine and Margaret passed away. Conrad got whatever it was left, and he was very flamboyant, Conrad was. During the first 22 years of Conrad and Mary Catherine's marriage, their family grew. It's reported that Mary gave birth between 12 and 14 children. Conrad and Mary Catherine had 8 sons and 6 daughters. All 8 sons, along with 16 grandsons and 3 son-in-laws, all served in the Revolutionary War. Out of 8 sons of Conrad's that served in the war, 3 were killed in action. Private Frederick, 1779, Conrad William, 1782, and Corporal Nicholas in 1784. When William was killed in the war, Eleanor Waltman Lutz took in Samuel and George to raise, leaving William Jr. and Philip. Corporal Nicholas was Conrad's favorite child, and when he was killed in the war, this drove Conrad insane. And he was never the same after that. He loved him so much that he just went crazy in the head and started doing stupid stuff. He squandered the family's fortune and became penniless. He also ripped up pages from the family Bible that is now under glass at a university in Pennsylvania, and went to live with his son, or it's his grandson. There's speculation about if Andrew was actually Conrad's son or Lieutenant Valentine's son. But that's where Conrad went to live after Mary Catherine was deceased. After the Revolutionary War, the Waltman family flourished and grew in numbers. Conrad's son Valentine, who became a lieutenant during the Revolutionary War, was married to Catherine Brucker, and together they raised between 9 and 11 children, and that's speculated. They raised at least 9 children, but there's different websites on the internet and on Ancestry that speculate that they had between 9 and 11 children. 2 of which is speculated that they were Conrad's children, but the ages and the years that they were born, professional genealogists don't think that Mary Catherine was of bearing age at the time. So I have not found any exact proof who belongs to who. So I have them listed under Valentine and Conrad for the sake of argument. The lineage of which the family family of Valentine's is as follows. Lieutenant Valentine's son Andrew and his wife Anna Marie Margaret Zerfus had 7 children. Their son Johannes John Fraser and his wife Mary Elizabeth Hamilton raised 12 children. From there is Elijah and his wife Harriet Skinner. They had 5 children. From those 5 children is Abner Vollmer Waldman, who was our great-great-grandfather. Abner Vollmer and his wife Lucy Pastoria Davis raised 9 children. From those children, Oliver Columbus Waltman, great-grandfather, became our great-grandfather, who married Lydia Jane Milstead, and they raised 7 children. From those 7 children was our grandfather, Emmett Clausen Waltman, who married Vera Liddy McDonald, who became our grandparents. They raised 7 children, one who we never met, Private Emmett Floyd Waltman, who was tragically killed in the month of July 1944 on Omaha Beach in Normandy, France. In order of genealogy relationship, this is the following. It goes Count Pedro Ferretti, Count Valentine Philippus Waltman, Count Conrad, Lieutenant Valentine, Private Andrew, Johannes John Fraser, Elijah Abner Vollmer, Oliver Columbus, Emmett Clausen, and then to our parents. From the Revolutionary War in 1775 to 1783, the members of the Waltman family served during the War of 1812, 1814, 1846, the Franco-American Naval War of 1798, Barnbury Wars of 1801, the Spanish-American War of 1898, World War I of 1917, World War II of 1939, where Uncle Emmett Floyd was killed in Normandy, on Omaha Beach. Uncle Bud also served in the Army in 1939 during World War II. The Korean War of 1950, where Uncle Tom and Dad, your Uncle Ollie, served. And the Vietnam War of 1961 to 1975, where BJ served. During the 200 years of the members of our Waltman family have served their country proudly, with many of our ancestors losing their lives to keep America safe and free. Waltman family served in. They also served in the Civil War. The kids from Conrad's sons and daughters and their families, they served in the Civil War. There was also some of them moved to the South, where the others went to the North. And there was in that family, like for example, Lieutenant Valentine's family, his grandkids and his brother's kids that served during that time of the Civil War. They were brothers against brothers because some of them went south, as I indicated, down into Arkansas, Alabama, Louisiana. Of course, we had Mississippi. And then, some of the family members, they fled Philadelphia from Pennsylvania, and they went north up into New York and other parts of the region at that time period. And there was literally brothers against brothers because they lived in the South, and then some of them lived in the North and fought against each other. There was many, as we all know from what history teaches us, killed for the fight of freedom to free the slaves. I have not found any documentation so far that any Waltmans owned slaveries or had plantations at the time. They had land and they were farmers, many of them, but I yet to find that there was any slaves that worked on their land or they were slave owners. There's a lot of so much history that I have been doing for the last 5 years. I can't, I document it in my ancestry files. I tried to write stuff down, which I have done. I've tried to print out documents, but it comes out blurry. A lot of it, most of it is all public record. And I find it very fascinating. I talk better off the cuff than I do from my scripted paper that I wrote for the first video that I did. I do videos on Facebook, not Facebook, but I have a YouTube channel that I feel more comfortable with. Okay, so what I was saying is I feel more comfortable just talking off the cuff, but I wrote the family history that I read, that I did the first one, all down. I didn't want to miss anything. I do know it, but I'm not very good at reading off a scripted paper. I'd just rather just talk. But what got me interested in the family history of the family was when I was 19 years old when I met everybody, July of 1984. And that's when I was told about the story of Valentine, how he was found in Bavaria, Germany, in the forest. And you guys are from royal descent because of who Valentine was, who his parents were, from Spain. So I encourage all of you to do DNA testing on Ancestry. It's fairly cheap when you can get cells on it. Tony's done one. I found with him something like either 1% or 3% of Spanish blood, which was a surprise to me. I was expecting more, but his Spanish blood is not from the Waltman family. It's from his mother's side of the family, which is kind of really interesting. But when I was 21, when Tony and I were Motel 6 managers, and I'm not going to go into a lot of stuff. I have more stuff to show you. When I started seeing my adopted mother, who was Aunt Marie at the time, I had asked her to tell me the story again of Valentine, and it's something that just intrigued me. The history of this family, and I wanted to see pictures. I wanted to hear stories. I wanted to see people, and I'm in front of my computer at my desk, and it looks like I'm looking to the left on it, not straight ahead, as I do with my video camera. I mean, my videos that I do for not Facebook, YouTube. But I was told all kinds of stuff that a lot I've retained over the years of the family. I've indicated to Daryl especially, I know more about this family than all of you. And it's, excuse me, I mean that as to be proud of it. This family's history is what turned me on to genealogy. And I was just enthralled by it. Aunt Noreen had said to me when I was 24 years old, after she's gone, maybe you'll take over and do the research for the family. And I said, fat chance. And my mother, who was Aunt Marie, who was my mother at the time at age 24, said to me, you never know. You just might. And I thought, yeah, 24 years old, I mean, you don't think futuristic stuff. You think of only the now. And I never dreamed that this would be something I would be doing for all of you. And it gives me great joy and pleasure. And it's helped me a lot mentally, to be quite honest. I have a love for the family. And I wanted to share that segment with you guys in person during the reunion, but I'm sure I would have got all, emotional and stuff like that, and I didn't want to do that on tape, so I'm actually being able to speak to you candidly. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say for now, and continue with this video.
In 1814 we took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. We took a little bacon and we took a little beans, and we caught the bloody British in a town in New Orleans. We fired our guns and the British kept a-coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to run it on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. We looked down a river and we see the British come, and there must have been 100 of them beating on the drum. They stepped so high and they made the bugles ring. We stood beside our cotton bales and didn't say a thing. We fired our guns and the British kept a-coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to run it on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Old Hickory said we could take them by surprise if we didn't fire muskets till we looked them in the eye. We held our fire till we see their faces well, then we opened up our squirrel guns and really gave them well. We fired our guns and the British kept a-coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to run it on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the bushes where a rabbit couldn't go. They ran so fast that the hounds couldn't catch them on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. We fired our cannon till the barrel melted down, so we grabbed an alligator and we fought another round. We filled his head with cannonballs and powdered his behind, and when we touched the powder off, the gator lost his mind. We fired our guns and the British kept a-coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to run it on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the bushes where a rabbit of Mexico.
May of 1941, the war had just begun. The Germans had the biggest ship that had the biggest guns. The Bismarck was the fastest ship that ever sailed the sea. On her decks were guns as big as steers and shells as big as trees. Out of the cold and foggy night came the British ship, the Hood. And every British seaman, he knew and understood they had to sink the Bismarck, the terror of the sea. Stop those guns as big as steers and those shells as big as trees. We find that German battleship that's making such a fuss. We gotta sink the Bismarck cause the world depends on us.
Hit the decks a running, boys, and spin those guns around.
But when we find the Bismarck, we gotta cut her down. The Hood found the Bismarck, and on that fatal day, the Bismarck started firing 15 miles away. We gotta sink the Bismarck, was the battle sound. But when the smoke had cleared away, the mighty Hood went down. For 6 long days and weary nights, they tried to find her trail. Churchill told the people, put every ship a sail, cause somewhere on that ocean, I know she's gotta be. We gotta sink the Bismarck to the bottom of the sea. They find that German battleship that's making such a fuss. We gotta sink the Bismarck cause the world depends on us.
Hit the decks a running, boys, and spin those guns around.
When we find the Bismarck, we gotta cut her down. The fog was gone the 7th day, and they saw the morning sun. 10 hours away from homeland, the Bismarck made its run. The admiral of the British fleet said, turn those bows around. We found that German battleship and we're gonna cut her down. The British guns were aimed and the shells were coming fast. The first shell hit the Bismarck, they knew she couldn't last. That mighty German battleship is just a memory. Sink the Bismarck was the battle cry that shook the seven seas. We found that German battleship was making such a fuss. We had to sink the Bismarck cause the world depends on us.
We hit the deck a-running and we spun those guns around. Yeah, we found that mighty Bismarck and we cut her down. We found that German battleship for making such a fuss. We had to sink the Bismarck cause the world depends on us. We hit the deck a-running and we spun those guns around.
We found that mighty Bismarck and then we cut her down.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight over the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? And the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composed, and hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. seen this room and I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew ya. And I've seen your flag on the marble arch, and love is now a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Well, maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. And it's not a cry that you hear at night. It's not somebody who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I told the truth, I didn't come to fool ya. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of Song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
This is a very special song where we would like to pay service to our servicemen and women.
That's right. So when you hear the song of the branch of service in which you or a loved one has served, please stand for us so that we can recognize you.
Now, Army, you're up first.
Over hill, over dale, we will hit the dusty trail, and those caissons go rolling along. In and out, hear them shout, counter marching all about, and those caissons go rolling along. For it's high, high, he in the field artillery. Count out your numbers loud and strong. 2, 3, 4, hop, 2, 3. Wherever you go, you will always know that those caissons go rolling along. Navy, anchors aweigh, my boys, anchors aweigh.
and I'd follow right along close behind her. I tried to hold up and be strong and brave. Oh yeah. But I could not hide my sorrow when they laid her in the grave. Oh, with the circle be unbroken, by and by, there's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. With the circle be unbroken, by and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. With the circle be unbroken, by and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Will the circle be unbroken, by and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Will the circle be unbroken, by and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home awaiting in the sky,
I can't remember when you weren't there, when I didn't care for anyone but you. I swear we've been through everything there is. Can't imagine anything we've missed. Can't imagine anything the two of us can't do. Through the years, you've never let me down. You've turned my life around. The sweetest days I've found with you. Through the years, I've never been afraid. I've loved the life we've made, and I'm so glad I stayed right here with you through the years. I can't remember what I used to do, who I trusted, who I listened to before. I swear you've taught me everything I know. Can't imagine needing someone so. But through the years it seems to me I need you more and more. Through the years, through all the good and bad, I know how much we had. I've always been so glad to be with you. Through the years, it's better every day. You've kissed my tears away, As long as it's okay, I'll stay with you through the years. Through the years when everything went wrong, together we were strong. I know that I belong right here with you. Through the years, I never had a doubt we'd always work things out. I've learned what life's about by loving you through the
when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. am on your shoulders, you raise me up to more than I can be. There is no life without its hunger. Each restless heart beats so imperfectly. But when you come and I am filled with wonder, sometimes I think I glimpse eternity. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. Raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
just begun to get our share of this world's delight. High hopes we have for the future and our goals in sight.
can understand me when everything I do is wrong. You give me love and consolation. You give me hope to carry on. And you're always there to lend a hand in everything I do. That's the wonder of you. And when you smile, the world is brighter. You touch my hand and I'm a king. Oh, your love to me is worth a fortune. Your love for me is everything. I guess I'll never know the reason why you love me as you do. That's the wonder of you. Waiting.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places had their moments with lovers and friends I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I've loved them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. For people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my life, I love you more.
All my life was a paper, once plain, pure and white, till you moved with your pen changing moods now and then till the balance was right. Then you added some music. Every note was in place, and anybody could see all the changes in me by the look on my face. And you decorated my life, created a world where dreams are apart. By painting your love all over my heart, you decorated my life. Like a rhyme with no reason in an unfinished song, there was no harmony. Life meant nothing to me until you came along and brought out the colors. What a gentle surprise. Now I'm able to see all the things life can be, shining soft in your eyes. And you decorated my life, created a world where dreams are apart. By painting your love all over my heart, you decorated my life.
That's all, folks.